Day 17 on the Continental Divide Trail. Got into Pie Town around 10 o'clock last night, and today I'll be headed towards the TLC Ranch. Back on the Continental Divide again, off of the Pie Town alternate. So let's hike.
My name is Michelle Bentley. I'm a retired Houston firefighter and empty nester who loves to get out and explore God's beautiful creation. For years, I've dreamed of hiking from Mexico to Canada on the roughly 3,100-mile Continental Divide Trail, the most remote and rugged of the long-distance trails in the United States. This year, with the support of my amazing husband, I'm beginning this epic solo journey. I love to share my adventures, so come and hike with me.
Here's the infamous wall of shoes at the Toaster House, where I stayed last night. So this is the Toaster House. And you see all the toasters along the fence. And at the entryway here, made it easy to find in the dark. So last night I stayed at the Toaster House, which is a hiker hostel, and it's pretty much run and maintained by hikers now because the owner passed away and she left it to the hikers, so hikers keep it going. I didn't originally think I'd stay there, but it was the perfect place, and we got in late. It was easy to find from all the toasters that lined the fence line. So crashed on a couch. I just threw my sleeping pad out on the couch and jumped in my sleeping bag and went to sleep. Woke up this morning, there were about 8 other hikers. It felt a lot like I was at the fire station again. A bunch of guys, but really nice, and we all had breakfast from stuff that was available. They had eggs and hash browns and stuff stocked at the house, so, and even some almond milk. So had a nice little breakfast. Now I'm headed to the post office to get my resupply box, and then I'll probably stop over at the restaurant called The Gathering Place to have a little snack and some pie. They have Wi-Fi, so maybe I'll be able to make a call or work on some videos for a little bit, and then I'll do the 16-mile hike to TLC Ranch, and that should be a day. So we'll see you out on the trail. Having pie in Pie Town. All right, finally hiking. It's like a bit after 12 o'clock. I've got 16 miles to TLC Ranch. Pie Town was nice. I got my resupply box and got all that sorted out, and then went to the restaurant and had some pie and visited with some hikers. And now I'm on the long road walk. So this road out of Pie Town, I mean, pretty much it's a road walk all the way to Gramps, which is about 75 miles on the route I'm doing. I think there is some trail mixed in, and then I'm going to do a little alternate off the alternate that's a hiking trail that gets me off the highway for a bit. But today will just be a long road walk to the ranch, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like along the way, but it's another dirt road, basically. These are long stretches of road walk in this part of New Mexico. So tests you mentally and physically. It's a little rougher on the feet, believe it or not, but part of the journey. See you down trail. So this is the road I'm walking for now. You kind of just see it going down little rolling hills. Some pretty scenery around to look at, but it doesn't change very fast. When you're on this long open road walk, you're kind of looking at the same things for a very long time. But I'm enjoying it so far. The temperatures have cooled down today, and there's a nice little like tailwind helping push me along at the moment, so that's nice. Can't complain. Came down that, and we've got our first intersection. I gotta see which way we turn so I don't go the wrong way. All right, we're turning onto York Ranch Road. I will be on this road for a very long time. Doesn't look like there's any more turns for like 20 miles or more. Well, I got my first niggle of a pain besides my blister ongoing saga. But my right calf last night doing that long road walk into Pie Town on the uphills, I noticed it started feel really tight and maybe lightly strained. And that's kind of carried on today in this long road walk out of Pie Town. So I'm kind of just trying to rest every so often and like stretch it out a little bit. But these road walks are brutal. It's funny how much more difficult they seem to be than actual trail sometimes. But I'm making it. I'm about halfway to the ranch, a little over. I've got about 7.5 miles to go and I should be there. Then I can rest and hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better by tomorrow because I need to do about 25 miles tomorrow. So we'll see how I'm feeling, but I'm making it. It's not like an injury. I don't want it to get to an injury. So I'm looking forward to that rest day or two in Gramps. Let my body recover a little bit after all these big miles. But I'm holding up so far. So there's a lot of people out here that are in a lot worse shape. Okay, see you later. Earlier on this road walk, a truck came by and the guy driving, he slowed down and chatted with me, and he was wearing a fire department sweatshirt. So I asked him if he was a firefighter, and he said yeah, he retired to the area from San Diego, and he's been with the fire department in here for several years. And I told him, oh, that's cool, I'm a retired firefighter too. So he just came back by and he made sure I was good on water, and he gave me a package of like Ritz crackers to have a snack later. But he told me not to tell. There's some hikers down the road behind me. He said, just don't tell them you're getting this for being a firefighter. So little things make you feel better on a long, tedious road walk. That guy, he's like my new best friend out here in New Mexico. He came by again, and he gave me a cold, fresh, sweet orange, which is like amazing out here. So too cool. I got trail magic times double today. Some interesting looking old building. It says Wagner Ranch. Must be an old homestead. Well, I'm closing in on this TLC ranch. Got, let's see, I'm almost at 14 miles. I got like 2.25 miles to go. Woohoo! Oh, looky where I made it to. This is the TLC ranch. I can see a couple hikers sitting over on the porch of the house. So I'm gonna make my way in, get my camp set up out in that yard, get some water, relax. Very cool. Oh, nice. TLC. There you go. I like their fence.